Happy Monday, T Squad. It's your girl Keisha, and I am here with a new behind the scenes T video. Y'all, Simon Guobadia is finally breaking his silence on the chaotic end of his marriage to Porsha Big Booty Williams. He's making shocking claims that he was specifically targeted from the very beginning for his money. Duh. Like, did you think it was because of your look, sir? Have you looked in the mirror? Like, what? Y'all were using each other. Like, how could you possibly be shocked by any of this? But apparently, he has had a revelation since being locked up in ICE and being deported back to his homeland of Africa. He has sat down and done an interview where he has spilled all of his tea. Let's get into what he had to say about Porsha texting him on behalf of her daughter, Pilar.
Feel that you have a relationship with her daughter?
I don't have a relationship with her daughter, simply because in the past, I found myself where when I separate from any of my exes with children, there's a tendency for them to use their children to get back at me, to come, to try to come back into my life. And Porsha is no exception. She sent me a text telling me that her daughter misses me. And I didn't respond because there was a concerted effort at some point that she realized she had made a mistake, and wanted to reconcile. At that point, I was done.
Feel that you have.
It's him saying that whenever he breaks up with his exes that have children, he makes sure to cut it off all the way. Because we know that he's been married now, 4 or 5 times? Like, this is a pattern of his. That's the most funniest part about this whole conversation for me, because it's just like, who would set themselves up for this kind of failure? Because your fate is inevitable with men like him. I honestly don't blame him for cutting relationships off with, other people's children, especially in this situation with Porsha, because Pilar got a daddy who is very much in her life. Okay. And the fact that you had your daughter around this man, calling him Pop or Papa Smurf or whatever you had her calling him, and having him play this role of daddy when he was not. You had only known him for 5.2 seconds. Like, girl, that little girl ain't gonna probably even remember him when she get older. Like, stop. And I agree with him when he said that Porsha did that as a maneuver to try to get a conversation out of him, because she probably realized she made a mistake. Yep. And it didn't work. And when it didn't work, that's when she proceeded to take things to hell. Because I firmly think that she had ice called on that man. I really honestly do. And the reason why I also say is that I agree with him about cutting relationships off with his ex's children, because anybody that involves a man like Simon with their children, you're begging for disaster. Like, you're an idiot to even put yourself and your children in that type of position with a man who has it set up that when it's over, you got to get the hell on out of my crib within a certain amount of time. Like, this man is diabolical. He has no heart. So what makes you think he gonna have a heart for your kids if he ain't got one for you? He also went on to say in this interview that he firmly believes that Porsha only got with him for his money.
Do you regret marrying her?
Absolutely. I said to her in one of my text messages to her, because she didn't respond, because I kept asking her, why did you file for a divorce? And she wouldn't say anything. I tried to reach her mom. Her mom would not respond either. I later figured out this felt like a coup I don't know if you're familiar with. I'm familiar. I say it because I'm from Nigeria, and that we were ruled at one point by the military, and so every so often when you want to change leadership, the president, you stage a coup.
Yeah.
That's how I felt. I was totally blindsided. I was no member of her family, whether on the mother's side, on the father's side, reached out to me. And the only person I actually reached out to was her mom. And, she never.
Do you regret marrying her? Has upheld the prenup that you guys signed before entering marriage. Are you able to share a little bit about what those terms are or look like?
That she receive $40,000 a month in alimony for the length of the marriage, which was 14 months. Okay. She gets to stay in the house, all expenses paid, including the mortgage, through for 36 months, up to 36 months. And if she chooses to own the home, she would have to refinance the property in her name and take a 50% equity. She would have to give me 50% equity in the home.
Wow. What is your reaction to that ruling, and that is upheld?
To give those funds to her. In my opinion, it was not. It wasn't done in good faith. It was done to give a narrative in court or to the public that I paid Simon's. I paid Simon's child support.
Did Porsha have a relationship with this son of yours that she sent his mother money for?
Not particularly. My boys were with me for the last 5+ years. They've been with me 1 week on, 1 week off, and quite frankly, my kids don't care who daddy is married to or who daddy is dating, and to give those funds to her. In my opinion, it was not. It wasn't done in good faith. It was done to give a narrative in court or to the public that I paid Simon's.
I'm surprised that he's surprised by this. Like, do you not know who you married? You married a hoe. You married a skeezer, okay? Like, a pass around, a gold digger. Like, do you really think she looked at you and saw Idris Elba or something? Like, it was always about the money. Porsha is one of them women that you could be butt ugly, Dennis Rodman ugly, and she will look past that because the goal is the money, okay? Porsha is the type that's gonna do what needs to be done to get to the cash, all right? She saw a come up when she walked into that mansion that she's now living in for free several years ago with your then wife, looked around that house, saw you looking at her, and said, yup, my next victim. And she cashed in like she was in the Money in the Bank pay-per-view match. Like, sir, come on now. You played the game, she played the game, and you got beat. You got beat. You're used to being the one that leaves these chicks with nearly nothing. And you met your match in this one. She ain't new to this. She true to this. She learned in the first marriage because she walked away with basically nothing. She learned her lesson and she outplayed you. That's why you're so flabbergasted that this little dumb dimwit of a woman played you. And is Porsha dumb? Yes. Is Porsha very much airhead? Yes. but she ain't airhead when it comes to the money. She might not know how many days of the year it is, but she know how to get to the bag and secure it. She ain't no fool in that particular aspect. Look at her mama. Look at her mama. She learned from the best. And of course, she only paid that child support to make herself look better in court. She don't give a fuck about them damn kids, them big ass boys. She don't care. And then when he's acting so shocked that she targeted him for his money, like delusions of grandeur. Just like she was with you for your money, you was with her for her beauty, her body, and her status. That's the reason why you were with her. She was a better model than the one that you already had previously. You were tired of that, and it was time to trade it in for a new one. So I'm like so confused as to why he's so shocked by all of this. I don't feel sorry for you at all. Don't feel sorry for her either, because she gonna get what's coming to her. Please believe that. And you finally met your match when it came to Porsha. You was not expecting for her to go in the way that she just did and come up the way that she did off of you. Because please believe she is going to stay in that house for up to the next 3 years. She don't have to pay no mortgage. It sounded like she don't even have to pay utilities. So you mean to tell me for 2.5 years, almost 3 years, she get to stay rent free in this big ass house? Stacking her money? She would be a fool not to. She would be an absolute fool not to be stacking her money. Plus getting 40 grand a month from you for the next, 14, 15 months? I would be stacking that money too. Like, this was a come up for her. Now, I don't know if he gonna necessarily pay her the money. Who knows? You know, because he's in a whole different country. Like, what can they literally do to him if he doesn't? It ain't like they can lock him up. You know, he's in a totally different country. I don't know if they can garnish his checking accounts or anything of that nature. I don't know how that goes. If you're a lawyer, let me know. A lawyer, okay? Not none of these internet lawyers. An actual lawyer. Please let me know. What kind of consequence would he get if he does not pay the mortgage on that house and pay her the spousal support that the court has ordered, considering the fact that he is now in a totally different country? Like, what could happen? Is there anything that could happen? But yeah, Porsha gonna show that big ass house off next season. She gonna be having all the parties over there at that house. Okay, she sure is. She sure is. And I honestly don't blame her. Because you get what you give. You getting yours right now. And Porsha's obviously going to get hers later. And also him saying he regrets marrying her. I bet you do. I bet you regret marrying her. I would too if I got to come out of all this money. I would too. It was cheaper to stay with Fallon. That's what you get. That's what you get. You dogged Fallon, left Fallon the way that you did. She walked away with practically nothing. The clothes on her back that she came with, probably, or some of the stuff that you bought her. And you thought that you had came up, honey, with Porsha. And she was the one that got you. She was the zinger. So, of course, you regret it because you taking an L. You taking an L financially. You taking an L in the public eye. You've been made to look a fool of in front of all of your friends, colleagues, whatever. You've been thrown out of the country that you've been illegally living in for the past however many years. Like, that's what you get. Nanny boo boo, you look foo foo. That is exactly what you get. Exactly what you get. And I'm just waiting for the day that Porsha get hers, because it's going to come and it's going to rain down hellfire on her. Okay, T Squad, what y'all think about all of this? Are you guys as shocked as I am that Simon is shocked about how Porsha handled this whole situation and that she was using him? Because I am flabbergasted that this man actually thought that she loved him or cared for him. Like, what? Let's talk about it down below in the comment section, you guys. Please make sure to thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on your post notifications so you know when my videos drop. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.